Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Random Thoughts with Gorilla. This is a new Monday segment there, and sorry for the noises. Grab something out of my coat pocket here. But today I thought, I got thinking, over the weekend there, and mostly throughout the past week, what has the government really ever done for us? I I I can name maybe a handful of things, but I can name a lot of things that my neighbors did for me. So, Kapla Bird, welcome. If you want, this might be a perfect topic for you, Bird. If you want to come up, but you know, what's the government really even there for? Take your money, you know. My neighbor's been there. There's times I've needed like ran short on ingredients for something I was cooking and went and asked the neighbor to borrow some. My neighbor, when we get snowstorms coming through, well, after he's done snowblowing his driveway, he goes and starts working on other people's driveways. I've had a couple neighbors come do that with me because I don't own a snowblower, but I'll be out there shoveling, and then all of a sudden, here comes a snowblower. I've gotten jumps from the neighbors. And you haven't missed anything, Kronos. I literally just started a minute ago. But what I was saying here is now people decide to message me. But anyhow, have you ever even looked at any of the spending bills that we'd use? Like, why are we spending so much money? No, like the one that pissed me off the most is you got like stuff in a bill that doesn't even pertain to the title, where it's like, oh, we need $25 million to see what will happen when you put an iguana on a fucking treadmill. You know what? I bet you I could do that exact same research for $20. Not 20 million, not 20,000, $20. You find a damn treadmill on during junk days there. Then you ask someone to borrow their fucking iguana. Hey, here, I'll go to a zoo. Pay them $20. Go here. Let's borrow the zoo iguana for a couple hours. It's gonna get some exercise. Or you get all this money going overseas. Like, why the hell are we buying Sri Lanka a new yacht? What the fuck's Pakistan gonna do with $10 million for a fucking gender studies? You know damn well that money is not going to no damn gender studies. If anything, it's going to to build more gallows for the people who's trying to say they are a different gender. Yeah, that's the whole point of this. That that's part of the whole point of this. Here, here, Kronos is. What have they done? What have they done? What services do we get from our government there that's actually worth us paying as much taxes as we are there when we instead we could be taking care of each other, take care of your neighbors, take care of yourself there. There's no reason people should have to pay over half their income in fucking taxes, especially when they don't when they get hardly anything in return. Like my gas taxes. Oh yeah, that goes to new roads, but I'm still running over freaking potholes and all that. Yeah, we got grants that replace the damn sewer bills or sewer lines and stuff like that. But then I bet you out of the 4.6, what was it? No, it wasn't 4.6 trillion. It was around $4 or $5 trillion we spend. I bet you if I would look through that and redline vetoed that stuff, I could maybe get our spending down to a trillion. Yeah, Crows, we get taxed for every time we fill up our tank. Every state's like that. There's at least a 23-cent state tax here. California has the highest gas tax. I'm not sure how much theirs is a gas tax, but we have a 23-cent gas tax. Plus, then you got the federal gas tax that's supposed to go to our roads, but how can we confirm that? I I mean, sir, and or okay, but or here's another thing. So far, we sent over six. Jesus Christ! Turn that volume off because I'm losing my train of thought on this. But anyhow, look at all the money we spent to Ukraine. That's another thing there. Yeah, Russia invaded, but there's all kinds of backstories. That's gonna be its own damn stream. But we sent like 66. Uh, we spent like 66 $1 billion over the Ukraine. Probably closer to 99 billion after you add all the ammunition and stuff that's already been paid for. And only 30% of it's actually gotten to where it's gone. Where has the rest of it gone? We're sending money to one of the most corrupt countries actually, two of the most corrupt countries in the world. I said billion kronos, but yeah, only 30% of that has actually gotten to its actual destination. And watch, there's gonna be a damn fact checked on this thing. Oh no, it's 31% got to. I'm just waiting for a fact checked on that. But where the hell's the rest of that money's going? I mean, Ukraine's probably the number one country to launder money in there, especially when you got the president has some deep pockets in that country. So that just goes back for, if the money's not actually going to what they're saying it's going to go to, what do we need them for? You could, us taxpayers could have saved all that money and we could have probably reinvested it ourselves to make our communities better. This country used to be a whole lot better when it was our communities taking care of each other, not just taxing the crap out of this and we'll spend it however the fuck we want. It was. Oh yeah, and the Pentagon lost another $2 trillion. Nobody has any idea where the fuck it went. We don't know. I'm gonna check some of these guys' bank accounts. I'm pretty sure they got a few offshore ones. But this country used to be so much better when its communities just taking care of each other. Instead of having fire departments, if there's a fire, the entire community or all the men went out to fight that fire. No, Kronos, it's not trillions going to Ukraine there. The Pentagon had a couple. There's about $2 trillion missing off the books for the Pentagon, from what I heard with was it We Are Change, or was it Steven Crowder, or was it Tim Pool? It was one of those series that they're talking that there's just a bunch of money just disappeared off the books. I have no idea what that means. I have absolutely no idea what it means to get your figure out. But anyhow, we used to have fire brigades. All the men would go out in the town will go and help fight the fire. If there's a problem with a citizen there, a posse was brought up. You know, we had one sheriff deputy at a jail to keep an eye on the person. And hey there, Simple Jack, welcome. Okay, it's been so long since I watched Austin Powers there. But maybe I should pin the thing on here in case. Hey, Simple Jack, if you want to come up and chat for a little bit, you can. There, I just pinned the message. There. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay. I really think one of the worst things is people are gathered in these big, huge cities. Then it's at the point no one trusts each other. No, we also don't talk to our neighbors no more. We don't. There, hell, just the other night when I came home, someone's been in my house. I don't know who. Nothing's missing. Found an iPhone. For some reason, it's not charging. I got the iPhones take a special little charging box or something. So I had a charger for it for Apple, but for some reason it's not charging. To figure out who the hell was in my house, because that's like, yeah, we pay for a police force here. We have a police force, but what's the point of calling them? They're just gonna go, well, nothing's missing. Just lock your doors. They won't. Oh, does Bird use well, that'd be the Krogan way. When they use the slave labor, the orphan slave labor to make iPhones. It's an old iPhone too, so. But it's like, what would be the point of even calling them? They're just gonna say, "Well, just lock your doors." I've had that before. The last time I called them, they tell you there's nothing they could do. And now half the police don't even want to do their jobs no more, just because if they do their job, something happens, then they're carted off to jail, or they're just waiting out their pensions, or they follow the orders there that are not constitutional. So they're because this last 2 years has opened up a lot of people's eyes to this too here, especially when Barack Obama's something. He was an aide to Barack Obama. The one thing he said was that really sticks in my coffers is never let a crisis to waste. And if it seems like I'm all over the place, it's just because I'm not an eloquent speaker. I'm just speaking my mind here. And so, well, anybody could be sneaky that way there, Kronos. It's not just Bert. They don't want to be Bert personally. He has cronies for that. He is the supreme leader of Kuroga, after all. So, but Kronos, how about you come up here? Have it up here with me. And hello to everybody who's watching that's just lurking. Let's see. Fictitious officers die on their day before. I don't talk on shit. Yeah. But that still doesn't. That still doesn't. I don't. This fictitious officers die on their day before. Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about like in movies and stuff. Yeah. I've heard of a couple officers there that had the short end of the stick. There's one officer. It was his first day out of training where he's actually on the streets with on patrol with someone. Yeah, and he was shot and killed there on his very first day. So then you hear others there. Oh, he was only 5 days from retirement. But that's mostly in the movies, though. I think you're that close to retirement, they're not even gonna put you on patrol no more. Oh shit. Yeah, I figured it out once I got to thinking about it. Sometimes it takes me a minute to figure stuff out. So, sorry, I'm responding to a message here real quick. But yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, I know it is horrible, but we got some horrible people in this world here. That's another thing. Thing is, that's the problem with these. That's just the reality of living in cities, and that's the bad thing about living in so many cities. There is there's there's too much crime in our cities there, but also that stems uh, back to the policies and stuff like that are enacted. Like like they got like some of the policies is you're no longer allowed to chase these people down. Like if you know who the person is, and you know where they live. Okay, let them go. They're eventually going to go back home. But then, you got oh, you can't. We're not going to prosecute them if the theft is under $950. So people just go right into the grocery stores. They steal a bunch, but they keep it right under $950. Now, if I owned a store there, I'd just charge like $1,000 for each item plus like whatever the regular price is for a candy bar. Okay, it's $1,001.35. Now you get $1,000 discount if you pay for it. We need more police. Peeps wonder why. Well, it's not just that Chronos. We got the cashless bail too, where they just let people out and stuff, but then they'll lock up a person for trying to make a living there because the governor ordered them to shut down their business. But then they had one lady. I cannot remember where exactly this was. Maybe someone can help me in the chat. Where it might have been New Jersey, I believe, but the lady closed down her actual store and she just started selling stuff on line there with on Facebook there in the on the Facebook market stuff. She just started selling the stuff out of the store through the Facebook marketplace there, and they came and told her she had to stop, and they fined her for it. Yeah. Oops. There. Yeah, and then you got the George Soros DAs and judges. That's another perfect example, right there. Alex Jones, which say what you want about him, but he is not treated fairly here. Maybe might be next week's talking point where or justice is one sided because Alex Jones, you get all these people donating this money here, Oh, finally I can quit rambling. How's it going, Bird?
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Kapla. Well, good going, Gorilla.
Yeah.
Stream, I'm sorry it took so long to get up here. I had
No,
stuff
that's
going
totally
on.
fine. Right. But now where was I?
Um,
I was going off about Alex Jones there. He's getting he, he's getting treated so unfairly. He got all these big people paying the legal bills for people to constantly just sue him. There, yeah, right now he's on the hook for like $3 trillion. He's been sued for more money than most countries' GDP.
yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, there are people who literally murdered people who don't end up paying nearly as much. Companies who've made thousands of people sick and, hundreds of people die, and they don't end up owing as much money as he did for something that was just his own free speech.
Yeah, and see, this is why you never apologize. He's apologized like 5 times, and they're still going after him for it. Steven Crowder had a nice Ash Wednesday with them, and they had him on again later. But it's like he's apologized for it. They said he's back, and they only had like 25 minutes of clips of stuff he said over 12 years.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
hello, 47. Oh, sorry. Hello,
no, it's no,
47 Yorktown. Yorktown. Now, as you're saying,
yeah, by all rights, I mean, this isn't even something that should be brought up. This is like so nothing of his life. It's like if somebody attacked you for, an argument you had in the third grade that you don't even remember. And like, well, we've got recording of you saying this, this, and this. Well, shit, I guess you do, but it doesn't mean there's any impact on now. Like, why isn't anybody even bringing it up? If it wasn't constantly in the news because of you, nobody would even know I said it.
I didn't even know what he even said about it. About Sandy Hook there. The most I've heard him say talk about there is the Illuminati and something about them putting chemicals in the water that turn the frogs gay,
Yeah,
which uh,
I
which
would know
people,
nothing about his Sandy Hook theory if it wasn't the media reporting it and reporting it ad nauseum. Far more than he ever believed it. Clearly,
yeah, and the whole thing with his turning the frogs gay there is people took that out of proportion, but apparently we got chemicals that are getting dumped into our rivers and lakes there
hmm
that are messing with the endocrine systems of frogs.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it certainly seems close enough that he'd be vindicated on, you know,
Yeah,
turning the
according to
frogs gay is not maybe not a literal translation, but certainly figuratively, it certainly appears to be happening.
yeah, and maybe that explains stuff like around like San Francisco and stuff. Maybe there's chemicals in that's gotten dumped around their their water system, and why you're that they're just all gathering in one spot. And Chrono says you should have your own news network.
I should.
Yeah, and hey there, Resolute Germ, welcome. And yeah, you could be BNN. No. You should buy out. You could buy out CNN there and call it the Kuroga News Network.
Mhm. CNN
Yeah,
is a cesspool, though. I want a quality station.
well, they're getting rid of everybody. They just fired like four more of their top people, and we get a rainbow and a frog from 47.
Because they're
Kermit
happy
Kent.
frogs.
Yeah. Then Crow was asking if Kermit can transition. But
So it's your
yeah.
birthday today?
Yeah, it is actually, but I was gonna wait
What
till I was gonna wait
what
till Saturday so I can get drunk.
what birthday?
It's my Section 31 birthday.
Oh, is that it's the 31.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yeah. No, I wasn't kidding about that today. Your bed light just happened to fall on
Just
my
yeah, you
birthday.
said it, it just went over my head as to what section 31 meant.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't think of any other 31 there. It's like you had your sweet 16, 18 there. When I turned 21, I had a cake that said I can finally drink legally. When I turned 22, that's when Taylor Swift song came out called 22, or it was been out for a little while there, and it's like I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. I made some 24 reference there from the show when I turned 24. No, then I had my dirty 30, which I was actually that's my soberest birthday. The birthday I was supposed to get the drunkest on, or second drunkest on, was my soberest one.
I wasn't aware I was supposed to get drunk on your 30th.
Yeah, it's your dirty 30.
I never heard of that.
Oh, maybe it's a Midwest thing. And Corona says, need to change CNN. Carogas is spelled with a K.
No, it's not.
And Resident says, you can afford a bird. CNN is worth pennies at the moment.
Soon enough.
Yeah. And thank you, Kronos. Thank
Maybe
you.
if my bitcoins were worth what they used to be worth,
You
I
know,
could afford.
that's one of my regrets was not that I never did invest on it. And I was thinking of investing in it when it first came about, but I didn't know too much about it. I was like, I better pay my bills, and all of a sudden it just skyrocketed there.
I
There's like,
have I have messages. I posted it on my web forum way back when Bitcoin first started. Somebody linked the program to do the mining, and I did run it for a while on my computer back like in the early Bitcoin days. But that computer and the laptop got thrown out. God knows if I had anything on there. I had no idea what it was about. It was worth nothing. I mean, it was literally worth like 4 cents. I was like, I was like, well, this is a whole lot of nothing. And then I forgot about it. And then by the time Bitcoin started becoming worth like, $50,000, $60,000 a Bitcoin, I was like, oh shit, well, the laptop's already been thrown out, for 5 years. So there was no way to even check if I had anything. For all I know, I could have been a Bitcoin millionaire.
well, you could be like that one guy. Was it Florida or was it in Chicago that he bought a pizza and he paid 20,000 Bitcoin for it back when it was worthless.
Hmm.
I bet you that guy's kicking himself now.
Yeah.
Let's see. 47 said, CNN, you should try the CBC here in Canada. But ain't that run by the state? And Crow says, I've heard of CBC, you poor Canadians. Resident says, good of you to let your liver have a few extra days to get its affairs in order. Crow says, what's a liver? My liver ran away years ago. Cheers. I don't understand what Bitcoins is, and it's mining. I don't quite fully understand it too. I've heard so many things on it, but I've never researched it. Bird has more understanding of it than I do, apparently.
It's a complicated mathematical formula. The computer takes weeks or months to solve. You have to find factors of large prime numbers.
And what's the even point of that?
Well, each time you find one, that's a Bitcoin, and there's a limited number, but
Yeah,
it takes
21 million.
longer.
Oh yeah, people are spending millions to invest in it. Okay, so the Krogan orphan miners dig out bitcoins, and apparently you were part of that whole FTX scandal. Which, where's the fuck is the FBI on that? They even warned the guy that they're looking for him, but so that guy can have a head start on running. But he spent so much money on getting some of these politicians elected, they're not going to fucking go after him for all the scams he did to people. But yet they could send 25
I'll be
agents to go
honest,
investigate a pull rope.
I don't really know what the whole FTX thing was about myself. I mean,
They took people's money. It's basically a Ponzi scheme that people invested their money into the thing there. Then they turned around and made investments on those people's money. Then all of a sudden, all that money got lost there. He owes people billions of dollars. Nobody's ever gotten any return on their investment. He probably spent over $100 million or so on campaign donations. It was such a big Ponzi scheme there. They lost billions of dollars. Okay. 47 says, "Yep, CBC is like the BBC, but without the good parts." Oh man, that reminds me of this. Did you ever see that Irish guy flipping out at a COVID checkpoint a few years ago?
not that I remember.
Oh, I have to remember to send that to you. The guy was flipping out there, and out there, and he goes, "We did not spend 600 years fight or 800 years fighting off the English army just for to be treated worse than we didn't spend 800 years fighting to be treated like the worse than the British army." Then he's like going, "Where's the pandemic? Where's the bodies? Where's the bodies? Where's the dead bodies?" They're like, "Don't you listen to the news?" Like, what news? The BBC. Oh, the Crown News now, huh? He went off for like 20 minutes, just flipping out on them before they finally started demanding badge numbers. It was so funny. I'll have to send it to you. The poor English as well. The FBI are only going after the non-woke. Simple Sack says maybe the CIA, since FTX was internet. Yeah, I don't know how that'd work with the international part, because he was based in the Bahamas. But I don't know how far extent they can extradite him. The FBI could demand an extradition. The guy had really nasty, thick man boobs. Yeah, he claimed he was a vegan, but yet he had eggs in his fridge. Although Monty Python was a thing thanks to the BBC. Monty Python is one that you have to watch it while you're high. And well, we did defeat the British. Yes, we did. There. So I don't know what else I was going to go off about there. Do you got anything to say, Bird?
Um, let's see. Not really. Yeah. I went through most of what I was going to talk about earlier. No, just hanging out.
Yeah, yeah. And the whole point of this live stream is what I was saying earlier is I need my neighbors more than I need the government. There, we could help each other out. You know, I could get food from farmers in exchange for work and stuff like that if I needed to, and stuff. There,
Oh, right. I heard that earlier. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things when you think about that we don't think about that, garbage disposal, sewer pipes, water pipes. It's
yeah.
nice having fresh water,
Well,
nice having sewage.
our garbage ain't ran by the government or over here.
Oh,
We
well,
got there's a
it is here.
yeah. See over here we got different companies. Yeah. They
Mhm.
they got them spaced out so we don't have 20 different garbage companies fighting for business here. Like ours is all picked up by one company, but it's a privately owned company. But then even I think 65% of my garbage bill is all taxes. You got your state tax, you got your solid waste tax, you got your hazardous waste tax, your gas recovery tax. Yeah, we do get
Well,
the sewer. That's a bare minimum basic there, but even then, private places can probably do that even. But like I was saying, I someone was in my house while I was gone over the weekend. There, I have absolutely no idea who it was. I'm guessing I need a special box for an iPhone there to figure out whose phone it is that I found in my house.
you found an iPhone in your house?
Yeah, my kid
No,
said he doesn't know where it came from.
it's a bit weird.
Yeah. Here, just a sec. Here you go, Bird. Bird, this is what my kid just built.
Very
Turn
cool.
it around.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Apparently, there's something else on the back there. I don't
Just
know.
more, just some basic Lego
Cool.
bricks.
Cool. Yeah, he got some new Legos today. Yeah, Corona's magical iPhones just appear. But it's like, do you even bother calling the cops because they're gonna be like, well, what's missing? Nothing's missing. Oh, I had $20 just sitting on the table or table there. There, that was
Did,
still there.
did you check? Is the iPhone powered on?
No, it won't turn on.
Did you charge it?
Yeah, but I think these were the phones that took those a special box just to it won't charge unless it has that special white box, because you gotta more money for Apple, no
Oh,
just
right.
good to buy their
You
special
need
like
the Apple charger, you're saying.
I got the charger. I just don't have the box that goes in. Oh, I wonder if I plug it into my computer if it worked that way. I might try that later on. Yeah, Professor, we're talking. There's a couple things, but as much as we got for government there, we don't need them for as much as we got there. Like I was bitching about the some of the stuff that they spend money on that we shouldn't. Like I could reduce our budget by probably down to a fifth of what it is, what they spend money on. Yeah, girls is talking. Like really, all we need them for is, and really, do we need to have our military all over the world? Maybe if someone has been in been in the military can defend. Like, why do we need military bases all over Europe and all over the Pacific and all over the Indian Ocean?
Because if we're not there, someone else will be.
Yeah. Yeah, it just seems like there. But it, this is where I kind of wish that the president could have red line veto on stuff. Like tell him what, like where he could cross off the stuff that he wants vetoed out, that he wants to veto out of the
Well,
bill.
it'd be nice, but it's not going to happen.
So instead of vetoing entire bill there, that way it'd make it harder for him to slip stuff into a bill there. Versus
I understand it. I know what you're saying, and it would be nice, but it would also break the entire system they have set up, so it's not going to ever happen.
well, maybe that system needs to break.
Then there would basically just be going back and writing a new constitution from scratch, which I think would be worse overall.
Yeah.
So
Now
Yeah.
my thing is actually complete. My build is actually complete.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying there.
Dad.
Oh, hey, Bert, here's something I missed to tell you here. Is that it actually has wings that fold in and out.
Yeah.
very cool.
And I built it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing there. If we could get a convention of states going, I would love it if we could have a bill passed or a thing passed saying that nothing can be in the bill that does not pertain to the title of the bill.
You understand it would just mean that the titles would be 6 pages long. That wouldn't stop them.
That'd make it harder for them. Yeah. And Trudeau is hilarious. Multi-pass. So that's Voltron. Voltron vehicle team rules. I don't know. I've never seen Voltron. I like the Lions more. I've never seen Voltron. Have you?
Yes, I've seen both Voltrons. The
Oh,
lion
okay.
and the vehicle Voltron.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the lion one more as well.
Yeah.
47 Yorktown never had Legos. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
I'm old enough to remember when Legos didn't come with instructions. We just got a big old box of Legos and told go to the town building. Those Legos hurt when you step on them. So, all right, I got my venting out of the way. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, I'm good.
You're good. You want to shill yourself?
Yeah, I'm chilled out. Birdo Prey 5. Okay, I'll chill out. Check out birdopray5.com for all your Birdo Prey needs.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure to check out his bed lights. They're always a lot of fun. I've been going to his Twilight Zones. Pretty good show there. I would have never watched it if it wasn't for Bird of Prey here. Too bad his enterprises are while I'm at work and the side tube doesn't really work with low reception I get there. So make sure to check him out there. Thank you, 47 Yorktown, for coming. Does Kronos have a channel?
No, Kronos doesn't do anything.
Okay. Thank you, Kronos, for coming. Professor Brainy Specs, thank you for coming. He does Question of Trek on Sundays, but right now they're doing Who Knows Who, uh, which I'm actually just starting to watch that too. So far, my favorite Doctor is the first one, but in all fairness, I'm still only 5 episodes in. And he also does Jeopardy with John DeMarco on Saturday nights. Nice there. So make sure to check those out. They're always pretty fun there. And let's see. Resolute Germ, thank you for coming. He does sci-fi Tuesdays there. We watch Farscape and Lex. And then we also do Saturday morning cartoons. What's that say? First or the first Doctor, the very first one from 1963. It's in black and white. There. So we do Saturday morning cartoons with Resolute Germ there. Simple Jack Live, if you like Battlefield 2042 or Fortnite, go check him out. He's really good with answering the chat and having a good time talking. You'll get a boom designated to you. And Crow says, "Oh no, who's spoo?" And yeah, I'm starting from the very beginning with Doctor Who. But thank you everybody for coming. I'm gonna do another random thoughts with Gorilla next Monday about the same time. So thank you for coming, and remember to be a gorilla. And now we just